A few weeks ago, I bought this $500 Suzuki Swift with the goal of turning it into an adult-sized kid's toy that you can actually drive. And I don't know about you guys, but I think I've successfully accomplished that goal. Setting out on this adventure, I thought that it was going to be as easy as just cutting this thing in half and welding it back together. But I was proven very, very wrong. Hours of cutting, grinding, welding, bogging, and painting have gone into this car to turn it into what it is today. And recently, I found out that this little Swift has a hidden talent that made my jaw drop. That's right, this Swift does stoppies. And in this video, I'm going to try and attempt the biggest stoppies I can with this thing. And as if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to try and make it shoot flames. But before that, there are a few little touch-ups that I need to do to this thing, so let's get on to that. I had to let Shane take it for a drive. I mean, this is somewhat his creation as well. How do you think it drove?
Awesome. The turning circle is crazy. Turn on a 50-cent coin.
It's like a drift car. It's got a, what's called a lock kit.
Yep, definitely.
And the AC on a 40-degree day like today, so good. What are you doing there?
Making just a quick panel, just to infill that little gap in the floor.
Oh yeah, over here. Not really super necessary, but Shane insists on it, so. Oh, that's perfect. It's like a firewall on a drift car.
Pretty much.
And what I'm doing is, due to popular demand from the comment section, I'm gonna paint the mirrors. I'm trying to take them apart, but it's not working. So I'm just gonna tape it, just like I did with the rest of the car. And then after that, there's a couple more things I need to do. I need to paint the insides of these red, just like the real thing. Put the indicators in, not that that really matters. And just a few little bits where I rolled over too far.
Whilst Shane got cracking on that bit of the floor, which funnily enough used to be a part of the roof, I started taping up the mirrors, getting them ready for a premium coat of brushed on yellow paint.
So now that the mirrors are drying up, not the best finish, but it matches the rest of the car, which is what matters. Mason is about to drop past. He's got a trailer, which we're gonna try put the car in. Now the reason we're doing that is because, of course, the Suzuki Swift is going to Tough Streeters this week. Now, I'm not sure when this video will be out, but this car is going to Tough Streeters in a few days. The trailer we're putting it in is actually meant for this thing. Just to give you an idea, this thing is shorter than this, but it's obviously wider. So we're gonna test fit it into the trailer now. He has arrived. Well, we measured it, right? So it should fit.
We've got, I think it's 20 mil either side.
20 mil.
20 mil, so it's gonna be tight.
I think we'll drive it in now.
It might be a winch in, winch out.
Yeah, winch in, winch out on the day. Fingers crossed, let's see. Here is the trailer in question. It literally looks like a horse float. I think it'll make it up here, but whether or not it fits in here is a different story. Approaching the trailer. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy shit. It's so steep. Oh my god, it actually fits in this tiny little horse float trailer. Wow.
So after we established that the Swift fits in the trailer, it was time to keep cracking on with a few small jobs, like more painting and scraping off areas where I went too far with the roller. These jobs had to be done so that I could move on to more exciting stuff like making this thing shoot flames. But you guys will see that later on.
So as you can see, the mirrors are done. So I painted this up and also these little triangles. I had a few comments from you guys saying why I didn't do them. I actually don't know why I didn't do them, but they're done now, which is the main part. This car is missing something, and that is, of course, an exhaust system. The exhaust is cut off about here, and it just points straight back, and that's not good enough. What we're gonna do on this thing is a side pipe, because every little Tykes Cozy Cruiser needs a side pipe. So it's gonna go here. I'm gonna try to get that teardrop effect side pipe right there, and I'm gonna try and make it shoot flames. Now, I can't guarantee, but Got some 2-inch pipe here. This is stainless, the exhaust is mild, but that doesn't matter. It's gonna get meeked on. Can't see it anyway. And chuck an exhaust tip on the driver's side.
You might be asking me, Nathan, you have a perfectly good hoist to raise the car on. Why don't you use it? Well, I would, apart from the fact that I made the SWI so short that it physically cannot be lifted up by the hoist arms. But anyway, I jacked up the car to gain access to whatever was left of the existing exhaust so that I could begin measuring and cutting the side pipe. And once it was all cut up into bits, I brought it over to the welding area and attempted to TIG it all up.
Well, this is what I have made, my ugly creation. But it's gonna be under the car and it suits the whole vibe of it as well because it's shit. The best welds are probably here because I didn't use any filler and then they just get progressively worse. But it'll do the trick, and look at this teardrop exhaust tip that Shane made up. That's freaking awesome. Shane's gonna give it a start. Nice. Crap. So much soot, what the hell?
Good old cold start, Rich.
Yeah, she's a little bit big, Rich. Man, that looks awesome. Very pleased with that. That tip belongs on something a lot nicer than this. Actually, no, this is nice. The SWI is coming along very, very nicely. I've got 1 day left to prepare this thing to go to Tough Streeters. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come in. These little things around here gotta be painted red. I still need to touch up some areas here with yellow paint. One more thing I didn't show you guys, which I actually didn't know Shane did until I saw it done. Door cards. We got freaking race car door cards in here. But yeah, this is literally like a plastic chipboard essentially, and it covers up a lot of the crap that's actually in the door, like the rough welds and the sharp areas and stuff like that. And also the carpet, well, half of the carpet is in the car as well, which is very, very good. I'm actually in love with this exhaust tip. Nice teardrop. Shane cut this out by hand. He's actually a master fabricator. It sounds hilarious.
The very next day, I came back to the shop to begin planning how I was going to get this thing to shoot flames. But there was one thing stopping me that I completely overlooked. You see, 99% of cars on the road have something called a catalytic converter, which is designed to filter out carbon deposits that the engine produces so that it doesn't damage our precious ozone layer. And in turn, it'll basically cock block this thing from shooting flames. So that obviously had to go. And just a disclaimer, this car is not registered and it will not be driven on public roads. And that brings me to this. What my friend Ollie is doing here is making a system out of an Arduino, a 12 volt to 5 volt converter, an LS1 coil pack, and a spark plug to basically create an ignition source in our exhaust system. A spark plug will be mounted about 5 inches away from the tip, and when a button is pressed, the spark plug will activate just like it does in a regular combustion engine. Genius. Back at the shop from Ollie's house. I've just left his house. I've left him to do the Arduino and the LS coil, whatever he's doing with that to make the spark plug work. Yesterday, I actually attempted to take the manifold off and I gave up because I just couldn't be bothered. And the reason I need to take it off is because we need to gut the cat out, of course. This car is never seeing a public road ever again. Off-road use only, right? Off-road use only. So I need to gut the cat out in order for this thing to shoot flames. I just crawl underneath it because I'm like, oh, what are the chances I can just cut a window in the side of the cat because it's connected to the exhaust manifold right there. And look at what I found. Not sure how well you guys will be able to see this, but this is basically an up pipe and it goes to the rest of the exhaust, which as you can see there, the beautiful exhaust that Shane and I fabbed up yesterday for the side pipe, of course. But over here, this right here on my finger is the cat. It looks like all I have to do is take this up pipe off and bash it out from the bottom. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that up pipe off and bash it out, and hopefully should be good. I actually cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. Check this out, guys. So I've just been under here undoing these 14mm bolts. I'm just gonna loosen this one off and check this out. The cat is right there.
That's perfect. It means I just have to get this out of the way and then start hammering this cat out. All right, what I have here is a bag in a cardboard box. All I'm missing now is a big flathead screwdriver and a hammer. We have an hammer and small screwdriver. We'll start with that first. So Ollie just got the LS coil working in the car. Test it out. 20,000 volts straight to the heart. So we're back from Tough Streeters. Thanks to all of you that came up and said hello. I really appreciate all of your support. But now it is time to reveal the flamethrower and do a few stoppies. See how high I can get the rear end. The flamethrower kit is actually genius. Now, obviously you guys saw what Ollie was doing with the Arduino, the 12 to 5 volt converter, and the spark plug, and the LS coil. So this is the button right here. When I turn the ignition on, you should be able to hear the spark plug in the exhaust. So basically what this button does is it cuts power to the ignition coil. So when you have your foot pressed on the accelerator, it just dumps fuel in the exhaust. And because we bashed the cat out, it shoots flames. All right, while we wait for this thing to warm up so it actually shoots flames, let's do some stoppies.
That's too fucking good.
I want to try.
That was a big one.
Oh, get Alex in there too.
All right. Bro, this thing's hilarious.
That's too fucking good.
Bro, this thing handles the bump pretty good.
It's quite comfy. It actually is.
Yeah. All right, now it's time to put that spark plug to work.
Close the door. Close the door.
Well, I think we successfully accomplished the goal of endos and shooting flames. What was that noise?
That noise would only come out of your car.
Doesn't want to do it.
Oi! It's on fire! It's on fire!
Is it?
Yes.